Hi guys, and hello from the hilltop. I'm Waxahachie Blue, and I want to welcome you to my channel, The Plateau Perfectionist. So today is my January 2021 Plan With Me, where I will be planning my month of January and all of its wonderful spreads in my new Amanda Rachel Dot journal. The theme for this particular month is the color pink. So in case you missed it in my previous video, I have decided to do what's called a color challenge. It's a personal challenge that I made up for my year of 2021. In order to kind of give it a cohesive look, I've basically assigned a color for each month, and for January it is going to be pink. So I'll be using scrapbook paper, stickers, washi tape of that nature. As long as it is pink, it can go in here. And so, funny story, I already had a lot of things that were pink, and I had already kind of generally gone through a lot of them to figure out which ones I wanted to use, because some are different shades of pink, etc., etc. But anyway, I had ordered some more stickers from AliExpress for their 11/11 sale, and by the time that I was going to go ahead and sit down and film, my stuff still hadn't come in. So I ended up having to use just what I had, and then the day after I filmed this, all of my stuff came in. Curse you, UPS peoples, you glorious, wonderful peoples, you. Anyway, timing is a pain. So anyway, I just ended up having to use what I have, which is I had a lot of these cute bunny rabbit stickers. I had this strawberry cartoon set, and then I had some flowers, and then I used a whole set of Sakuras, and you'll see those in my 2-page calendar spread. In the meantime, I went ahead and did a very simple quote, which I had actually made up, which is not every day will be fabulous, but I can be fabulous every day. And then I am just doing a little mini calendar here on my title page, and including something new, which you may recognize from my stationery haul, which is these wand cutouts. They're not stickers. They're like they're almost like cardboard, and I just took some craft adhesive. Oh, you know what it is. Good grief. Craft tape. That's what it is. Craft tape. And glued the back of them and put them in here, and I think they're absolutely adorable. They go wonderfully with this spread. And adding some adorable stickers, making this very scrapbooky, because that's kind of the theme that I will be also going with for this particular year. Is I have an overabundance of stickers and washi tape, and I would really like to use them. So that's another reason where I came up with this color challenge, is so I could use up what I have without having to buy too much extra. In the meantime, I spent too much money on AliExpress. That's the big reason. I spent too much money on AliExpress. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to my next spread, which is my 2-page calendar. And pardon me, I actually lost my clip. It went flying. Luckily, editing is a wonderful thing. Anyway, so I had this box of stickers, which are all different Sakura petals. As you can see, I got 2 of each print, and then I had some additional ones that had words on them. And I had just enough to do the 30 out of 31 days for this particular spread, so I had the one with the words and the rest were all the colored ones. And then I used my Kuretake hard tip Tombow pen in order to write on them, and you have to let it dry, because on these particular glossy stickers you have to let it dry, otherwise it will smear something fierce. And since these flowers were so colorful, I just did a few extra stickers, just a little bit of washi, and that's pretty much all I did for this particular spread. However, I did not leave enough room for like a title line from the Monday through Sunday, so that's why they're just kind of penciled in the little corners there. But yeah, that's a very simple spread. Stickers, lots of stickers. So many stickers. But I used up a whole box of stickers, and so there you go. That's the whole point. On to the next spread. So something I wanted to kind of bring back, which I did a lot in the beginning of 2020, but not so much in the later half of 2020, is a T-chart. And so I decided to write down horizontally 1 through 31, and then I also did 1 through 10 on the top and 1 through 10 on the bottom. The one on the top will be my sleep tracker of how many hours of sleep I have gotten, and then the one on the bottom will be how many steps I've gotten in the day. Due to the cold weather and my lack of motivation, thanks to lots of extra sweets, I have not been reaching my step goals as much as I should have this past few months, and I have noticed it's been affecting me, it's been affecting me both mentally and physically. So I'm trying to be a little more responsible over that, and so I wanted to do a step tracker here. In the meantime, I had some more wands I wanted to put in there. I absolutely love the one that looks like a sword with the wings. It reminds me so much of Sailor Moon, which I was a big fan of as a kid. And oh my goodness, I love these little bunny rabbit stickers. Okay, so weird thing about the bunny rabbit stickers. I did not realize it when I got them, but I only had, I think, maybe 2 or 3 of these rabbits that were actual duplicates. Everything else I only had 1 of each one. So I had to be very careful on which ones I wanted to use. And so but they're so cute. Aren't they adorable? I love this little sleepy bunny in the corner with the pillow and the blanket. I did babysitting years ago when I was a kid, and they do actually sleep like that. They really do. And then as for pins, I pretty much kept to just 3 pins. I had a pastel pink Tombow, which is a number 761. I had my pink Kuretake Dot marker here, which is the candy color, and then I had a Crayola Super Tip as an additional pink. I don't think the Kuretake Dot marker matched per se. I mean, it's very standoutish in its pinkness compared to the rest of them. But you know what? I went with it because it was fun to make all the little dots. So in addition to the color challenge that I am doing for this particular month, I am also doing a no spend challenge. Sort of. So in order to reach my goal of paying off my student loans by the end of 2021, I will be having to fork out quite a bit of money per month in order to achieve that goal. So the challenge that I have decided to do for my no spend here is basically I am allowed to purchase 1 item a month for myself. So, I mean, this doesn't include, if I need to buy dog food, obviously I'm going to buy dog food because the dog has to eat. And if I absolutely need something like I royally ruin a pair of jeans and I absolutely have to have a pair of jeans, then I will purchase that. But anything additional, I am only allowed to purchase 1 thing a month. And even then, I have to be very careful because I will not have much wiggle room in my budget. So to kind of go with this, the second page will also be an expense tracker. I am only doing a 1-page expense tracker because this is going to be a no spend challenge month. And I also totally hated the way that it was written here, the no spend challenge, so I covered it up with stickers. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. And I kind of wanted to make it almost like a game board, so that's why it has a start and a finish. And as long as I don't spend anything extra, I will color in my box for the day. And if I do, I also left room to at least write what the item was that I bought and how much it cost. And so it just to kind of keep me honest on if I do any frivolous spending. So in the meantime, I'm just setting up my expense tracker here with some nice columns. In case you don't know how I do my expense tracker, I do what's called a rolling expense tracker. I have a couple of bank accounts, I have a credit card, I also have a savings, and I do running totals for each of these. So usually at the beginning of the month, I will write in whatever I have on those particular totals to start with, and I will do a rolling total to see what I have at the end. And then I just added a little bit of Tombow to kind of break up the space and give it a little more color. And I think I added a few dots in the corner. Yeah, I added a few dots in the corner and a heart, because you gotta have a heart. It's pink. You gotta have a heart. And just kept that one real simple because trust me, even with just the most minimal spending, I will fill that page up. So on to my weeks. I went ahead and decided to span out all of my weeks because in case you haven't remembered, or if you've never seen these and you don't know, I do a month-to-month calendar. I do not like to include, so for example, January actually starts on a Friday, so you'll see I'm setting out 5 days on one page, 5 days on the other. That is to include the extra days that are the quote-unquote first week of January. So this will go from Friday, January the 1st, all the way to Sunday the 10th, because I do mine Monday to Sunday, even though I am an American. I'm just weird like that. Yay, weird. Anyway, I do my calendars month to month in this nature just because my brain functions better that way. I like to see the month that I'm working on. This is exactly, 1 month. I don't have to flip back and forth and transition between 2 months and have to bypass all the extra pages. This just works better for me. So I also, since I had to do 10 days, I kept this particular spread very minimal, which is also just something that I prefer to do when it comes to accents. I like to keep it simple in where it needs to be and then go a little crazy in other places. So just a little bit of extra washi tape here and there to add some color. I have my boxes for my habit tracker for each day, as well as an extra large box for my weights. And moving on to the next spread. Because of how many weeks there were for this particular month, I did have one extra page, and since I had this extra page, I wanted to use it as an homage to one of my absolute favorite speakers, which is Martin Luther King Jr. When I was in school, I had a teacher that had us listen to Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, and I thought it was so beautiful, and trust me, I got laughed at this. I actually cried in class because I thought it was such a beautifully written and presented speech. And so ever since then, he has always been a very, I enjoy reading his works, I enjoy listening to his works. The I Have a Dream speech is still my personal favorite because it was the first one I ever listened to. But if you ever have an opportunity, by all means, please look up some of his speeches. I know several of them are on YouTube. And just listen to his words. You can tell that man has some preacher background because he knows how to present. And his message is pretty darn good too. So in the meantime, I went ahead and just did a very simple spread here. I added a little bit of a habit tracker just up at the top and left boxes for my weights. And oh, that's right, I did write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I will get confused when I set up my spreads like this. If I either have to do them straight down and then straight down, or if I try to do them zigzag like I did here, they will. I can get confused if I don't write down what it is. But in the meantime, I'm setting up this spread very similar to my other quote page. Just FYI, that particular paw wand is probably my favorite one. But the quote in particular from Martin Luther King Jr. is, "Faith is taking the first step when you can't see the whole staircase." I believe I said that right. Yes, faith is taking the first step when you can't see the whole... Yes, even when you can't see the whole staircase. My apologies. My apologies, Martin Luther King Jr. But yes. And I wanted to keep it very simple because his words are so powerful. I didn't think I needed anything extra when it came to like fancy fonts or anything. And yes, I think I added a couple more stickers and this particular one was done. So while I do use a lot of the same spread designs throughout my months and whatnot, I found this particular design while perusing through Pinterest, which basically has this strip of colorful things in the middle, and then you have room for 2 weeks on, the 2 pages. So I went ahead and drew out all of my boxes. I added these lines here just so I kind of knew how much space I would have for stickers and washi and whatever. And I did 1 week on the top and the last week of January on the bottom. And I really liked the way this particular design was, because January ends, it ends perfectly, basically. Or at least, when you do a Monday through Sunday spread, it ends perfectly this way. And so I wanted to try it out. I have never done a spread like this, and I wanted to see how this would work. I'll keep you posted on if this actually does work for like filling in the page. I have this horrible habit of thinking a spread is absolutely genius when I make it, and then I don't have enough room to write anything. So I will keep you posted on if this actually works for me. And personal note, I can write very tiny. So if I still don't have enough room, something's wrong. So yes, I just used my Crayola Super Tip to write in the Monday through Sunday on the top as well as the bottom. Hopefully you like my cursive. Thank goodness to Miss Ballet, who in 3rd grade taught me how to do cursive. And then as I didn't add any additional lines per se, I just kind of left the space blank. So as I fill it in, it will look a little more cohesive. And then I just added a bunch of stickers and stuff in the middle, again with my those little rabbit stickers and washi tape and all that whatnot, and kind of made a collage look of it. It is a very simple spread. So enjoy, and I'll come back for the flip through. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for watching my video today. Please like and subscribe if you're not already. I want to give a shout out to all the people who have subscribed to me. It has absolutely floored me how well received my setup for 2021 has been. You guys are awesome. In the meantime, I also want to give a shout out to Amanda Rach Lee for this absolutely beautiful dot journal that I purchased from her this past year. I am looking forward to filling it with some wonderful art. In the same time, I also want to let y'all know to find me on Instagram at The Plateau Perfectionist with underscores between each word, my Facebook, as well as my website, theplateauperfectionist.com. And I hope to see y'all in February. In the meantime, have a great holidays. Bye!